Hi guys! Welcome to the 3 secrets to become a successful coach that most business coaches are not telling you. I'm so excited to have everyone here and to teach you some incredible tips and tools so you can start finding clients, booking clients, keeping clients, and also to teach you those secrets that a lot of people are not talking about, but you really need to know if you want to move forward with your coaching business. So before we start, I want to know if everyone can hear me, if you can see me, is there any issues? Tell me where you are from, what type of coaching business you have. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to be here. Let me tell you how it's going to go. I'm going to put on the presentation and we're going to go and dive right into the materials. I'll explain everything as soon as I do that. But again, I want to make sure that you can hear me and that you can see me. So let's just give everyone a few minutes to hop on and make sure all the technical aspects are working. And beautiful. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to begin just sharing my screen so you can't see everything that's happening. So first and foremost, again, welcome to the 3 secrets to becoming a successful coach that most business coaches are not telling you. I am so honored to have you here, and I am so excited to share with you so many tools and techniques that will help you get your business off the ground and going. I know the beginning stages are always the hardest ones, so I am here to help you really get that momentum and just go for it, because that's the only way that you will ever get to where you want to be. So welcome again. I want to know where you're from, where are you listening from, what type of coaching business you have, and let me tell you how today's going to go a little bit. So first of all, I'm going to introduce myself in case you don't know who I am and what I do. And then I want to make sure that you're in the right webinar. I want to make sure that you are not staying till the end and then being like, okay, this wasn't for me. So I'll go over that, and then I'll dive right into teaching you some tips, tools, and techniques that go internally and externally on how to get clients, find clients, and book clients. So let's begin. And I don't want to take too long introducing myself because I have a feeling that that's not really what matters the most. But let me just give you a brief overview. My name is Barbara Giuliano. I'm a business confidence coach for new coaches. And I help women just like you start their coaching business from the inside out, from the ground up, and straight up scratch. And this is just me. I live a really balanced and beautiful life. Even though I love working and my coaching business, I do believe that there are other areas in your life that you need to keep, to maintain and nourish in order to have a full-on fulfillment life. A little bit about my business experience. I think business has been ingrained in my DNA. My dad is an entrepreneur, his dad was an entrepreneur, and my great-grandfather was an entrepreneur. So I'm like the type of girl who used to sell leftover Halloween candy in school. I used to grab my toys from my cereal boxes and sell them to my grandma. And yes, of course, these are not feasible businesses, and they're definitely not profitable, but that's the type of mind that I've always had. So when I was in high school, as soon as I learned that there was a marketing club, I joined that marketing club. I ditched all my friends, and that's all I did throughout high school. I wrote business plans as a teenager, and incredible, amazing experience, because back then I did not believe in myself. I had absolutely no confidence at all. I didn't think I could do anything, and that's what that embarrassing picture of me is. That's the first time I ever won a competition. So I had an idea. I wanted to turn an animal hospital into an environmentally friendly establishment. Was to grab the dog poop from the animal hospital and turn that into fertilizer. So not just change the internal structure of the establishment, but also use that poop as fertilizer. So I didn't believe in it, but one of my teachers, Mr. Lee, he did. And that's when I really began to appreciate the power of someone helping you believe in yourself, someone helping you make mistakes, someone guiding you along the way that knows exactly what to do or how to do it. And I really can look back to all those experiences and say, That is why I am a business confidence coach, because I know a lot of the times we don't put ourselves out there and we don't go for our dreams because we are afraid. We are afraid to move through. So just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to make sure that everything's okay, because I think you can't see me right now, right? So let's see. Just give me 1 second. Let me fix this technical issue. And this is the beauty of technology, right? All right, can everyone see me and the presentation? Would you just leave me a comment on the chat box so I know what's going on and I make sure that you don't miss anything? So hi Amber, hi Casey. So you say, I'm on the phone here and unsure where to see this. Am I missing anything? Let's see. So Casey, can you see me on your phone? Can you click play on the video? And can you see the presentation happening right now? Let's see. Amber, what about you? Can you see the presentation happening? Okay. So if you just bear with me a few seconds. I'm going to figure out what is happening. Anyway, so it's crazy how one person can change your entire life and the course of your life, because you guys have no idea. Everyone told me I had so much potential. Everyone told me I was smart. Everyone told me I was meant for big things, but I never believed in myself. And I actually did a lot of horrible things in my life because I had such low confidence and such low self-esteem. And it wasn't until I met Mr. Lead that I realized, like, wow, I'm really good at this business stuff. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I like it and I enjoy it. And honestly, ever since, I just kept winning and kicking ass at my competitions. And I'm just so fulfilled to be that confidence coach for new business owners, because that's what my life has brought me to. And I see we're still having troubles, and I'm on the back end right here trying to fix it. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay, at least you guys can hear me, so we can stay connected right now. So Margaret says you can see me in YouTube, so let's see what's happening on YouTube. So Margaret, can you share the link on the chat box for everyone else watching so they can get redirected to YouTube as well? Maybe that would work. And I think I actually found it myself. All right, so I think what's happening, guys, is that Google Hangouts is changing to YouTube Live. And I guess there's a glitch because of the switch that they're doing. They said that this would work until September 12th, but I guess they're doing things differently. All right, thank you so much, Simona and Margaret, for sharing the link. So you can still talk to me through this chat box. I will still check it every once in a while, but I am going to go back right now and continue on with the presentation, okay? Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so guys, I don't want you to stay an hour here and listen to me if this is not the webinar for you. So you are in the right place. If you've been thinking about starting your coaching business for so long that there are spider webs on the thought itself. So a lot of times we think, but we really don't do anything, but we really want it, but we think and think. So if that's you, you're in the right place. If you've been trying to start your coaching business but have barely seen any progress, you're in the right place as well. If you're the type of person that reads books, watches videos, you listen to podcasts, but you really don't have that confidence to push through with your coaching dreams, and if you struggle to find clients or even struggle more to charge for your services, if you're confused, overwhelmed, and stressed by the crap load of information out there, because there's so many people telling you what you should be doing this, you shouldn't be investing on that, so that oftentimes becomes very paralyzing, this is the webinar for you. If you want to get your coaching business off the ground, but you don't have thousands of dollars to invest in X, Y, or Z, which is how I started my business, like with $0. So if you're that type of person that's starting from scratch, this webinar is for you. If not, are you just here for the gossip? Are you waiting for my juicy, not so sexy secrets? Because then you should stay till the very end. That's when I'm going to unveil these secrets that a lot of coaches are not talking about. And I'm also going to introduce my Beast Boost Masterclass for new coaches. So I highly encourage you to stay till then. I have a ton of amazing things to offer. Now, you're in the wrong place if you already book clients like it's going out of style. If you love selling and it's not nerve-wracking or anxious-provoking. If you've got a solid foundation to your business and are confident in what steps you should take next. Or you'd rather be at a get-rich-quick webinar, because honestly, this ain't it, sister. I am not that type of coach. I am here to tell you the truth and take you step by step and hold your hand every step of the way. So if you think that coaching requires a baseball and a bat, in that case, you're probably in the wrong training, because I'm not going to be able to help that type of coach, okay? And before we start, I want to make sure that you know that this webinar is going to give you an incredible amount of information, and it's going to set you up for a very strong foundation on your coaching business. But I'm going to give you a few disclaimers and disclosures before we begin, because this is how I roll. So first of all, hold on tight, because over the next hour, you will learn secrets that will help you propel your coaching business towards profits and deep fulfillment. So notice how I say deep fulfillment, because it's not all about business, guys. Like, I really do take a holistic approach in things. Like, anyone can make money, and I truly believe that, but not everyone can make money and be happy and live a super freaking fulfilled life, okay? I just want you to know I'm a very honest coach, so you may not love the secrets that I'm going to share, because again, not a lot of people in my industry are talking about this. Not a lot of people are being honest on what it truly looks like. So let's just say I'm not here to sell you snake oil, okay? Again, dream big, because rather than doing that and giving you false promises, I'm really here to help you start. No matter where you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter what resources you have, I'm like, you can do it. So this is your time to really dig into the possibilities of your life and your business. And a little disclosure, and also a reminder, it's no matter how many webinars you attend, how many videos you watch, or like how many free discovery calls you sign up to, all the possibilities lie within you. I've actually come across people in my career that have a lot of money, that have the resources to start, but they don't have the confidence to push past their fears, to take those risks, right? So because I know this, and I know how important it is for you to actually start implementing things, I want to remind you that that's the most important part. The fact that you're here already shows me that you're incredibly passionate and ambitious and you want to get this going. But after we're done, I want you to keep going, because that's where the magic happens, okay? So let's start with my mini lesson today. Finding clients. This is something that a lot of new coaches struggle with. And again, it all starts because of their mindset and the things that they believe. And instead of telling you, do this, do that, take this strategy, I'm actually going to ask you questions, and I'm going to really get you thinking around this area, because I think this is the best way of teaching, is for you to figure out your own answers. So even when I'm doing a training, I really want you to take responsibility for every decision that you make. So my first question is, if you can't find clients, are you really looking? Like, are you really putting yourself out there? Are you really promoting yourself as a coach? Are you really taking a step out of your comfort zone and believing that you're a coach and giving people your business card and talking about your programs? Are you really doing that? Because that's a lot of times our clients are not hiding. I mean, think about how many people are in this world. Maybe back in the day, it was a lot harder to find people who would need you and want you and are dying to work with you. But today it's so easy. It's so easy because we can connect in a global scale. So are you really looking? Or are you just thinking about how you can find clients from the comfort of your own room, right? Or from the comfort of just thinking about it? My next question for you is, are you looking in the wrong places? Right? So why would you be in a Facebook group? Let's say you do Facebook networking and you join a few Facebook groups to connect with people and potentially find clients. Why would you be in a women's entrepreneurship Facebook group if you are a coach for women who are grieving in their life because someone passed away? Does that make sense? Like, I'm not saying you can't find someone like that in that specific Facebook group, but at the beginning, you want to be efficient and you really want to be selective on what you spend your time on. So it's a lot better for you to choose a group, or for you to choose a networking event or a place to hang around where your ideal client is, right? Next question. And this one is something that I really want you to get you thinking with. Are you afraid to find your clients because you're unprepared? So here's what I mean. If you don't have a business set up, subconsciously, you may sabotage yourself to go out there and look for clients in the right places. Because what happens when you come across someone that wants to pay for your services, which you will, if you do the work, you will eventually come across to someone who will pay you for your services. So, but what happens if you do come across that person and you don't have a program developed, if you don't have a scheduling system up, if you don't have your payment options, if you're not sure of how you're going to do it? Do you do coaching over the phone? Do you do coaching over Skype? Do you do coaching one-on-one? Do you go to people's houses? Like, how does it work? Do you do only one-on-one coaching? Do you do group coaching? So this is something that really sabotages new coaches, and it's not being prepared to step into the world as a coach. So business setup is really, really, really important in a subconscious level. And you don't have to invest any money on this, guys. You can do this all for free. You can set up a really solid cycle in your business for free, because this is what I did when I first started. And it's also something that I teach very deeply in my Biz Boost Masterclass. But just so you know, you've got to get this up and running, or else you may sabotage yourself from even looking for those clients. Next thing, have you done market research? Market research is not that scary thing. Market research is the most simple thing you can do, but it's one of the things that's going to bring you the most results as a coach. Here's why. You don't want to go out there and aimlessly look for your clients. First of all, you want to know who your clients are, but you want to know them very, very, very deeply. You want to know what their fears are, what their struggles are, what are their dreams, like what are the things that drive them. Like if you think about the health industry, the weight loss industry, what drives them? They really want to be healthy. They want to look good. But if you go even deeper, like that's just touching the surface. If you go even deeper, some people may say, I want to lose weight because I want to feel that my spouse is more attracted to me. So those are deep, deep desires that if you do good research, you can use those same words that your client, of your client's craving when you sell to them. And I'm going to give you a few pointers on how to do market research super simply. Like you don't have to have a business degree for this. It's the most easy, and actually it could be really fun thing that you can do. So grab a journal and a pen, and I hope you have cozy socks on and you have some tea and water, because this is going to help you a ton in your coaching business. First of all, the first thing you can do is you can go to Google. Let's say you're a self-esteem coach. Enter keywords, which just means enter words that align with that, and write, for example, how to boost my self-esteem. What's going to happen? A ton of articles are going to pop up. And when those articles pop up, you're going to go into different blogs, into different syndication pages like the Huffington Post and Tiny Buddha and Elephant Journal. And you're going to not just read the article, so you see what other people are interested in. But if you don't even have time to read the article, you're going to scroll all the way down to the comment section. In that comment section, you will see what other people who are struggling with this are saying. So if you're struggling with self-esteem, you may read the article and say, like, this is a great article. I wish there was more in this area. This article was really great because I've been struggling with this. I really want to gain self-esteem through this, this, and that. Or this has worked for me, or this hasn't worked for me. So this is how you can do market research without spending any money and without getting a huge headache from all the business terms. Another way you can do this is, again, Facebook groups. I'm a huge fan of Facebook groups because you can really get some momentum and leverage from them. So let's say you find a really good targeted group where your ideal clients hang out. What you can do is you can go in there. On the top right corner, right above where you can search for the members of the group, there's actually another search bar. In there, you can write other keywords. So self-esteem. And that's going to show you all the posts that people are putting in that group around that specific word. And not only will you be able to do market research in the sense of what your clients want, what they need, what you can offer them, what they dream of, but you'll also be able to check out what other people around this area are doing, because maybe other people are posting around this. So you're checking your clients out, you're checking your competition out, and most importantly, with this method, you can actually start making connections. So someone says, I have issues with self-esteem, like, does anyone have any tips and tools? You have the opportunity right there and then to go in as an expert and give them a tip and tool, establish a relationship, and build your credibility as a coach in a specific area. So that's why I love Facebook groups, and it's a great way to do market research. My next question to you is, do you have irresistible offers? And I want to tie back everything that I've said around this. You've got to know your client. And I'm going to use myself as an example, which I usually don't do, but I'm a business confidence coach for new coaches, right? So doing my market research, I understand that a lot of the things that new coaches struggle with is not having a lot of money to invest thousands of dollars in a business coach or in a business program or even in their own marketing and in their own business. So it would not be smart of me to create a program that charges $10,000. That's not irresistible enough for my audience. Now, am I saying that I can't create other programs for a different audience? Yes, I can do that. Am I saying that other people don't have different audiences where you can charge more? Yes, absolutely. Like there's countless and countless of coaches who have different types of audiences, who have different programs and charge different things and tackle different things too. But my audience will not feel that my things are irresistible unless they align with their specific stage and needs and desires and struggles. So that's what I'm saying. Not just price, but also what are you giving them? Like if you're a life coach, and I love giving examples, if you're a life coach and you go up to someone who you're having a conversation with and she's a potential client and you say, hey, Katie, you know what? Like I have a new program. It's amazing. It's about life coaching, and I help you get from where you are to where you like to be. First of all, that's what every life coach says, believing that other people understand what the heck you're saying. So that's not what Katie wants to hear, because she'll be like, I mean, I can walk. I can get from where I am to where I want to be, right? But if you know that you can help Katie because Katie is going through a divorce and you are Katie went through a divorce and you're a relationship coach and you know that she's looking into getting into a new relationship. What does she want? She wants to feel confident. She wants to feel like there's possibilities of finding her soulmate. That's what she wants. So that's how you create irresistible offers. You tackle what your client really wants, not what you think that they want. Because you got to understand, they don't get your language. They don't get your wording. You have to use their same words, their same thoughts. Whew. Alrighty. Now, what happens when you come across a potential client? And this doesn't matter where it is. It could be a networking event. It could be online. It could be anywhere. What happens when you come across a potential client and they ask you, so what do you do? Do you freeze? Do you want to run away? Do you tell them that you have a full-time job instead of telling them about the business that you're trying to build? Here's where having a really well-developed elevator speech helps. And not so you can speak like a robot and say, hey, I am actually a business confidence coach and I help women build their business from the ground up, inside out, and straight up scratch. Yes, sometimes I say this when the time is opportune, but I also change it because I have a solid foundation on what to say and what I do. So this is something that's going to build your confidence when you do come across those potential clients. Are you ready to book clients? Like, are you really ready? Besides that business structure that I talked to you about, is your life organized enough for you to have clients? And what I mean by this is, let's say you have a full-time job and a part-time job, or just a full-time job, whatever. And you want to take your goal is to book 5 new clients this month. Do you have the time to serve those clients, right? Because if you don't, and if you don't organize your life in a way where you can serve those clients, this is another way that you're going to sabotage yourself from going out there and finding those clients. How's your consistency game? Do you hustle one day, full on, full speed? You go out there, you go to networking events, you network online, you talk to people, you call businesses, and then the next day, nothing happens. 3 days after that, nothing happens. A week after that, nothing happens. Then you do it again. Then a month goes by. Like, you can't find clients if you're not consistently looking for them. You always have to have a marketing game going on when you have your coaching business, because that is how you make money. And if you don't make money, you're not in business. So you always have to look. It's not your client's job to come and knock on your door and be like, hey, hey, I'm looking for a coach. It's not going to happen. You got to really look. And let me tell you what does happen though. The longer you're in the game for, the easier it gets for them to knock on your door. And it's not like they're going to specifically knock on your door, but when you have clients that are happy with your services, they will begin referring people to you, which kind of feels like clients knocking on your door. So you want to get to that level. And the only way to get to that level is going out there consistently and putting your coaching hat on and going into the world like you are an entrepreneur. And my last question around this area is, are you doing things that scare you every single freaking day? Now, of course, if you're starting out, you're not going to talk in front of a crowd of 8,000 people. You take it one step at a time. But let's say that telling your friends that you're a coach scares you. So maybe you can take that first step and start telling them, hey, I'm a coach. I do this. Do you know anyone that could potentially benefit from this? Of course, after you've done all these other things that I've talked about. Maybe you are afraid of hosting a webinar or going into Facebook groups and promoting yourself, or setting up a website because you're so scared of the technology. So every single day, you've got to do one thing that scares you. Because here's why. When you do something that scares you, that means that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And a lot of times we don't do this because it feels uncomfortable. But the reality of things is that if you don't feel that uncomfortability of new things, of the uncertain, of trying things that you're so afraid of, you're not going to get to those possibilities of your life and your business, right? So let's say you're afraid of going to a networking event and talking to people. You just kind of go to a workshop and you listen, and that's it. Well, next time you go to a workshop, do something that scares you and go up to a person, to a group of people. Introduce yourself. Give your business cards. Ask for business cards, actually. That's even better, because now you can reach back out to them and follow up and stuff. But that's what I mean when you got to do something that scares you every single day. So let's talk about where you find them. Again, I want to go back to the point that there are clients out there who want to work with you. There are clients out there who are dying to work with you, who really would benefit from your help and your support and your services and your expertise and your experiences and your passion. So you find them at Starbucks. Now you're a coach. Now you're in business. You've got to be talking to people all the time. So you're in the line at Starbucks and it's going to take a few minutes. Talk to the person behind you, not with the intention of making them your client. But the more you talk to people, the more relationships you build, and you really never know where that next client will come from. Like, I've had clients come from people that I've made relationships with that I had no idea that a few months, a few years after, they would really benefit from what I had to offer. Family, friends, and acquaintances. Now, most new coaches are against this because they feel like it will be uncomfortable to work with family, friends, and acquaintances. And that's okay, we're all different. But let me tell you something. This will give you momentum, okay? Reaching out to your family, friends, and acquaintances will help you get testimonials, will help you practice your coaching to a way that you like perfection it and enhance it, that you feel more confident when you go out there and you find a stranger. It will help you see if your system works without feeling so much pressure. It will help you help people that you love and support them and get referrals from them, because if you are doing a great job, if you have an amazing coaching program that's helping people, your friends and family love you. They're going to refer you to other people. So there's obviously ways that we can amend this and shift this to what feels comfortable to you. But don't be afraid to reach out to people that you know and ask them, do you want to do this? Even if it's just a discovery session. And I'm going to go through the rest of the list a little bit fast, so we're not behind schedule because of the little technical glitch. So local businesses, reach out to local businesses. Reach out to hospitals, reach out to restaurants. Like, depends on the type of coaching that you do, but there are definitely local businesses that may be looking for you to either speak or maybe coach their employees or maybe coach the owners themselves, you know. other entrepreneurs. Other entrepreneurs may have connections in a different field. So let's say you know a coach that is in the health industry, but you're a grief coach. Maybe she has someone who's working through her health issues, but really the deep core issue is that she's going through grieving and she's using food as her way of alleviating her pain right now. So if you build a relationship with other entrepreneurs like this, you guys can send clients back and forth from each other. Networking groups, in person or online. In other people's audiences, this is where you go to forums, this is where you go to Facebook groups, this is where you go online and look at different communities, workshops and seminars. Public speaking, you can start doing little public speaking engagements. You can do social networking, classes, courses, or teleseminars. Every time you take a class or a course, there's going to be people in that group that you can connect with and that you can build relationships with and send clients back and forth. Promotional events, and really in a different place than where you are right now. So if you finish this webinar and you sit at your house and you think, where is my next client going to come from? It's going to come from anywhere besides that place. Let me tell you, like that's the truth of the matter. If you don't put yourself out there and try at least one of these places over and over again, it's going to be impossible to find clients. And that's just the reality of things. Just a brief overview of the external work that you will need to start finding clients. So first of all, understand the crap out of your clients, their fears, their dreams, and their struggles. And I talked about this before on the previous slide. And I teach you how to do market research too. So be clear on how you can help them and what results you provide them with, okay? They're not interested in, I help you get from you are to where you like to be. They're interested in the, I help you move through your grief with less pain, right? Because that's what they're feeling. They're feeling pain. They're interested in the, I help you love yourself so you can find love in your next partner, right? So they're interested in finding their next partner, right? You help them love themselves. You help them with self-love, but maybe you're the type of coach that helps them do that so they can find their next partner. Again, do market research. Prepare your elevator speech, because if you do this, you will find clients. They will come your way and you will encounter them. So you want to know how to respond to that dreaded question of, what do you do? A lot of coaches struggle with this, and that's why I bring this up, because if someone asks you, what do you do? Like, what do you say right now? Are you ready to answer? Are you ready to answer with confidence? Are you ready to answer with excitement? Or do you want to run away? So have a system and a strategy in place. And this, again, this is the business setup. And all of this, I want to just reiterate on it. I cover in my Biz Boost Masterclass for new coaches. I take you step by step and I give you all the resources that you need. So the last thing is shamelessly put yourself out there. This is what the external work of getting clients in your coaching business looks like. Now, the internal work, start playing pretend. You've got to play pretend. Because if you go out there and you think to yourself, oh, well, I'm a new coach. Oh, well, I haven't done X amount of money. Oh, well, but I haven't done this. Then it's going to be really hard for you to portray confidence. But if you play pretend, and I don't mean lie to yourself or lie to your clients, but play pretend in the sense that you take all your little accomplishments and you enhance them. So let's say you had a discovery session. Go out there as if you are already a coach in business, doing everything that you wish to do and that you dream of doing. And if you don't believe that, then start writing down all the steps and all the progress that you've made so you can refer back to it when it's hard for you to believe this. Practice power poses. So if you go online and you Google power poses, I want you to take 5 minutes a day to really practice being powerful and thinking about your career and your job as an entrepreneur. Visualize yourself crossing paths with your ideal client. So this is mindset work, guys. Instead of thinking with a scarcity mentality of, there's not enough clients out there, they will not find me. I really want you to just take a few minutes and visualize yourself going out there and coming across with that client that really needs your help and that you are so ready to work with. You can do things like meditate, dance, journal, like get out of your own head, which ultimately gets you out of your own way. Stay away from ants. These are automatic negative thoughts. Stay away from them. If you see them coming, if you hear yourself saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, they're not going to say no, they're not going to buy my program, I'm not going to make my next month, I'm not going to make my cut. Stay away from that. When you acknowledge them, just kind of tell them like, okay, I see you, you're there, but you're just a thought, okay? And these are things that you got to do day in and day out. Because like I said before, I know people who have the money to spend on marketing. I know people who come from money, but they can't get out of their own way because they don't do this internal work and they don't put themselves out there in a way that resembles where they want to be, okay? So let's talk about booking clients, okay? Now that you know how to find them, where to find them, let's talk about booking them, right? So here are the reasons why you can book clients. Are you working on your sales and money mindset day in and day out? If you go into your sessions or if you go out into the world and you have a scarcity mindset with money and you're constantly feeling bad for people and not wanting to charge them or feeling like they don't have enough money or that they're going through financial stress, it's going to be hard for you to book clients, right? It's going to be incredibly hard because one thing that you got to know is that no matter how much people are struggling financially, they're still adults able to make their own decisions on where to spend their money. And I see it a lot online. I want to bring this up, guys, because I've been seeing this online a lot where some sales coaches are teaching you to tell your potential clients to get out their credit cards and be like, okay, well, you can't afford it, get out your credit card. Do not do this. For the love of life, please don't do this. Because that's not your job. Your job is not to push them to do something that they're not ready for. Your job is to allow them and to let them understand that your programs and your coaching will help them in exactly what they're struggling with. And it's your job to set your prices, but it's their job to decide with you or not. So even if people are going through financial struggles, they still spend money on dumb, like I'm just gonna be like straight honest, like they spend money on dumb shit. They still go to Starbucks, they still buy candy when they're waiting in line, they still may buy a pair of shoes, but that's their decision. That's how they choose to spend their money. So you gotta give them the opportunity to do that. Are you having fun and connecting with people, right? Like, if you put so much pressure on yourself, let's say you go to a networking event. If you put so much pressure on yourself and you have expectations all the time, like you go to a networking event and you're like, I gotta get 3 clients. That's going to give you so much anxiety and it's not going to allow you to be yourself. And people work with you because they like you, because they like your personality, because you can help them, but also because they connect with you. So are you doing these things, or are you putting pressure on yourself and having expectations and goals measured by numbers all the time? Because this is one of the reasons why attracted to you, because they don't even get to know you. They don't even not get to know the real you. Are you having a minimum of 3 discovery calls every single week? And discovery calls, guys, if you don't have a ton of money to invest in things like marketing, in things like promotion, discovery calls are the bread and butter of your business. Why? Because the only thing that you have to invest in is yourself. Okay? The only thing, I just want to repeat that again. The only thing that you have to invest in for discovery calls is yourself. So if you're bad at sales and you get nervous, the only thing you need in order for you to start booking discovery calls is to take a class that teaches you how to sell. Which, cuff, cuff, I teach you that in my Biz Boost Masterclass for new coaches. So you don't need a lot to get started. Of course, you can do so much just on your own. Number 4, have you mastered that art of a discovery call? So, okay, once you understand that you got to go out there and you have to book discovery calls day in and day out because that's how you get clients, Are you having successful discovery calls? Are you having discovery calls that are really persuading your clients to understand their need for your program? Because people don't know what they want. I know it sounds weird, but they don't know what they want. Like, think about times where you bought something. You don't know that you want it until someone or a commercial or an ad on Facebook or someone talked to you about it. That's when you learn, ooh, I want this. But naturally, you don't know what you want. So the art of a discovery call is to allow your client to know that they want to work with you. Of course, not push them and tell them to get their credit card out, because that's super shady. I never encourage you to do this. But to allow them to understand that, hey, this exists and this is something that you want, and I'm going to give you a little taste of it, and then I'm going to sell to you because I know that this will help you. Now, you got to master that, because no matter how many discoveries you have, if you don't get comfortable and confident with your unique strategy, it's going to be really hard. Are you charging the right price for the right market? So again, that goes back to my story of, I'm a business confidence coach for new coaches. I'm not going to charge thousands of dollars because I know what it's like. That would be super hypocritical of me to come here and charge thousands of dollars when I know that it's nearly impossible for a lot of new coaches who are starting from scratch to have that type of money. Now, you either have to change your prices if they don't align with your market, or you got to change your market, okay? Which either way, it's totally doable, but this is something that you got to keep in mind. Do you get scared when you need to say how much your investment will be? And guys, this goes back to selling. You got to work on that money selling mindset, because people feel that energy. People feel that nervous energy, and it's work. You take it, again, one step at a time, but you got to move towards getting really comfortable saying, and your investment will be $550, right? Because people feel that. People feel your confidence, and this is why I believe that business is like 80% confidence, 20% strategy. Do you have a payment system set up? So are your payments like a huge tangled up process? Do you accept checks? Like you got to make sure that the payment system runs smoothly. You have to make sure that if you accept checks, how do you keep your bookkeeping? Where do people send that to? If you do PayPal, you have to make sure that everything's set up right, because if you take too long setting this up while the client's already ready to sign up, it may change the whole trajectory and the outcome of your discovery sessions or whatever session you have with that potential client. So let's say you have a discovery session. If you have a really solid payment system set up, you could be on that session, say, perfect. Let me guide you through the process of signing up. That's if they say yes to you. And right there and then you can sign them up. And that can only happen if you have a really smooth payment system that you can guide them through. Again, I teach you this in my masterclass. Are you taking every no as more space as a yes? So what happens with a lot of new coaches, and I see this over and over again with my clients, is that they get a no and they get discouraged. And the truth is, you're going to get no's. I get no's. Really high-end coaches get no's. Everyone gets no's, because no's are only open doors for more yeses. So if you're not getting no's, that means that you're not getting yes. So don't get a no and stop right there. Keep going and take every no as an opportunity for getting more yeses and booking more clients. I have a triple C sales system, okay? So step one, connect with people. Put yourself out there. Meet individuals. Talk to them. Say hi. Like, keep in touch with people you wouldn't usually keep in touch with. Connect. Step two, captivate. A lot of the captivating happens in your connection, but when it comes to actually selling, a lot of the captivating will come from your discovery session. So if you can master the art of a really captivating discovery session, that's when you get to step three and be able to convert like that, okay? And again, I teach you more about the sales cycle in my masterclass, but let's go to the external work and the internal work. So the external work. Learn how to have a successful discovery call. Okay? That's very important. Set up payment systems. Develop irresistible, and you know what I mean when I say irresistible by now, bonuses and gifts for your programs that align. Like, irresistible means that align with them, that they want, that they desire. Learn how to sell impactfully and authentically. Okay? So no more getting anxious, no more running away whenever you're about to say your prices. You gotta master this. This is the external work of booking clients. And obviously, have discovery call after discovery call after discovery call after discovery call. And make connections all day, every day. So talk to people, go out to events, talk to your friends, talk to your family, go on online forums. Really, really start connecting to people. Even if you're not a coach, this is something that all entrepreneurs do. There's no way around it. It's going to be really hard for you to really build momentum if you don't make those connections. The internal work, and this is my favorite part because it's everything. Start believing in your freaking services, okay? And if you're starting out, like if you're really starting from scratch, I don't really know exactly what stage of your business you're in, but if you're really starting from zero, have some free discovery calls, let's say with your family or your friends. Have them write testimonials for you. Have them give you feedback, because the more you help you guys have no idea how many free discovery calls I did when I was in school, when I was getting my 2-year training. I did call after call after call after session after session after session. And that's how I built my confidence, little by little. So believe in your freaking services. That's one way to do it. Visualize, instead of visualizing you encountering your potential clients, actually visualize your potential clients saying yes to themselves and their dreams before the call. Take a few minutes before each discovery call to ground yourself. So something that's like my biggest pet peeve is that some coaches will go into a discovery call or a regular session, and then that's it. They're there, they sign on, and they talk. Like, you got to ground yourself. You have to be able to let all the stress, all the overwhelm, and all the anxiety of your life and your own mind go. If you don't do this, that internal part of yourself is going to make you feel shaky. And then this is like play, pretend, pretend. Fake it till you make it. And I say sort of because I don't want you to be a phony. I don't want you to be an imposter. I don't want you to sit here and tell people, yeah, I've been coaching people and have helped 100 women lose 500 pounds. Like, don't do that, because that's only going to be detrimental for yourself and your business in the long term. What I mean by fake it till you make it is pretend that you are already there. Act as if, okay? Act as if, because that is how you manifest. You act as if. Let go and let God. Yeah, push, keep pushing more. But at a certain point, you gotta let God or the universe or whatever you believe in, grace, do its thing. Because you can't control where or how you're gonna get your next client or how you're gonna book them. You can only control what you do, how you react to it. But how it's gonna happen, you cannot predict that. It's impossible. And I tell you, if you do the work, it will happen. And you'll be like, holy waka freaking molly. Like, how did that happen? How did I come across this person? How have my sales double every month? Like, trust me on this one. It will happen. And then keep an accomplishments and compliments journal. Spelling mistake right there. So keep an accomplishment and compliments journal. The first thing I tell my clients, one of the first things on the first program that we go through together is you got to always remember all the positive things and all the positive changes that you create in other people's lives. And you also have to remember all the tiny steps that you've taken, because when the path gets a little bit rough and you're doubting yourself and your confidence is a little bit low, you go back to this journal and you remind yourself, like, wow, okay, this may be a little bit hard right now. I may be going through a rough patch, but look at how many awesome things I've done. Okay, so keep this. Read it before your discovery calls. Read it before you have a meeting with a potential client, because it will boost your confidence. And again, you can tell me, confidence is everything. Keeping clients. So it's not, some clients will finish your program and you're gonna wonder like, how do I sign them up again? So are you constantly working towards being their missing piece? And what I mean by this is, it's not just about booking the client. Like, then you gotta do the client work, understand them. Like, how can you support them more and more and more for them to grow? Because if you don't help them grow and grow and grow, they're gonna feel stagnated and they're gonna feel stuck and they're not gonna wanna sign again. So that's something that you really need to do on your end. So do you show up on time, ready and prepared for your sessions? Of course, be professional. Is your system professional and appealing? And this, again, goes with business setup, like your branding, like your website, like all these things. Are they professional and appealing? Like, do you come off as an expert and as someone that can help them? And does this show up when they are your clients, right? Are you portraying this when they are your clients as well? Are you a light in their life, right? And this differs depending on the type of client. Like some clients, for you to be a light in their life, what they need is for you to be a drill sergeant and be like, you got this, do this, do this. And other clients, for you to be a light in their life, which for some reason I tend to attract that type of client, you help them figure out their own answers and they have epiphanies over and over and over again. So being the light in your client's life means different things, but you have to understand your clients so you can do that, so they can want to continue working with you. So do you take your session notes and refer back to their progress? Guys, this is super important. I didn't used to do this for a long time, like way longer than what I should have. But here's what session notes help you do. Number one, they make you look like an expert who cares. Number two, if the client feels like there's no progress, you can always refer back and be like, yeah, but look, you've done this, 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 and that. So that's how you keep them, by reminding them like, hey, this is working. Do you show them the threats at the end of the program? So when clients are, their program's ending, right? And you want to book them again. Do you tell them, okay, well, here's my other program. That's it. Or do you tell them like, listen, this has been amazing. And here's where we're standing right now. We're at the end of our program, and this is, we're at the end of our program, and this is going to either go two ways. You can continue on your own, or you can sign up again, and we can realign your goals and take everything a step farther. But the thing is, there's a threat. There's a threat if you choose that, because most of my clients who do that, they end up falling off the wagon. Now, don't lie here, because the truth is that not everyone will fall off the wagon, but we know that about 90% of people will fall off the wagon. So do that as well. Do you have different types of programs? So maybe give them flexibility. Maybe they can't afford your expensive program right now. Maybe they can afford only a less expensive one. Or maybe they don't want to work week by week. Maybe they want to work in a group. So the more variety you have, depending on their desires and their needs, you'll be able to say like, okay, well, I have this instead. How about that? And are you having the rebooking conversations a few sessions ahead? Don't have this conversation the day your program ends. Do it about 3, maybe 4 sessions before it ends. And of course, if it's a monthly program, do it like this session before. But if it's like a 3-month program, do it like 3, 4 sessions ahead. Because this will give you time to do all the paperwork and all the re-signing stuff ahead of time. All right, so of course, just quick, honest truth. For some clients, number one, it's good for you to let them go because they're ready to go. You don't want to make your clients codependent on you guys. You want them to want to work with you. You don't want them to need to work with you. And a fellow coach of mine reminded me of this the other day, and it's so true. There are times where they are ready to go and they are capable of doing things on their own. Please, because every time that happens, you open up the door for a new client that you are more aligned to helping to come. So, of course, for some, it will be time to go. There's no way around it. So let them go. And when this happens, don't forget about your feedback forms, your testimonial forms, your goodbye packages, your coupons. Like, all that stuff is really important, because this is what's either going to keep them coming back in the future when they need you. That's what's going to give you testimonials. It's what's going to build a long-lasting relationship. And it's also what's going to bring you referrals and stuff like that. And again, this is something I teach you step by step on my Base Boost Masterclass. So we are at the end, and I'm a little behind, but not as behind as I thought I would be because of that technical glitch. But the 3 secrets to becoming a successful coach that most business coaches are not telling you. Okay, beware. I'm giving you a fair warning. You're not going to like to hear this. But when you hear this, everything will change. So here I go. Ready? It's not always butterflies and rainbows, guys. It's really easy to believe that having a coaching business is easy peasy breezy. Once you get to a certain level, like, everything's easy, and there's not going to be blocks, there's not going to be struggle, there's not going to be mindset work to do, your confidence is not going to soar up and then soar down. You know, it's not always butterflies and rainbows. No matter where you are, there will be struggles. Okay? And that's just a fact. And a lot of coaches are not saying this. Why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because people buy a dream. Okay? So if business coaches give you the dream that their life is perfect, that they have no issues, that they have fancy houses and shiny cars, you are going to want to buy that, because that's most people's dream. But in reality, it's not always butterflies and rainbows. Family members still get sick. They still have financial struggles. They may have different financial struggles at different level, but they still do. Cars still break down. Houses are still messy. There's days where they don't feel like taking a shower. And this is just the plain truth. So don't get into the mentality of, when I get there, everything will be perfect. Because it will not. It really will not. Yes, a lot of things will get solved. Yes, a lot of things will align. Yes, it could definitely get 100 times better. But it's not perfect. Next secret. Overnight success is nearly impossible. Okay? It really is nearly impossible. It rarely ever happens. You rarely ever hear someone say, I started my coaching business and 3 months later, I'm as successful as I could have ever dreamed of. It's not like that, guys. It's not like that. And it sucks that not enough coaches are telling you this, because what this is doing is making people quit before they even begin. Now, even though overnight success is nearly impossible, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't. It does happen very rarely. But even though it's nearly impossible, the fact that so many of us are looking for that overnight success really takes the motivation to push through when things don't happen fast enough. Okay? So when things are not happening fast enough, when things are not happening the way you expect them to, because you were expecting that overnight success that you think other people had, then you get discouraged and you lose confidence and you lose momentum. So keep in mind that it takes time. It really takes time. But the more you keep going consistently, the closer you get to the success that you crave, okay? And my last secret, coaching is not a business. It's a skill. Yeah, I know. It's weird to say it, because in coaching school, they don't say this, because again, in coaching school, they want to get you into learning coaching and they want to get you to buy their coaching program. But that's not a business. You learn a skill. And then what? How do you take that skill and make it a profitable business? Anyone can be a doctor. Anyone can be a psychologist. Anyone can be, anyone can go to school for anything and still not be successful. Because that's only half of the equation. Building your skills and then creating that into a business, which is another art of its own. Actually, it's not an art. It's a practice. It's another practice of its own, because business is not an art or a science. It doesn't work like that. It's a practice. You practice over and over again, and you push and push and push, and then things begin to fall into place. And this leads me to my supercalifragilisticexpialidocious news. Okay. Having an ever-growing coaching business is not only desirable, but also achievable. So you know what? Yes, these secrets are tough to hear because no one's talking about them. These secrets are secrets, not because they're secrets, but because no one wants you to know this. But even though I'm being brutally honest with you, I can tell you from experience in my own business and in my clients' businesses that you can do it. So I'm going to talk right now about my Beast Boost Masterclass because we've gotten to that end of the presentation. So let's switch screens just to talk to you about a little bit about it, because so many incredible bonuses that you are going to stop, drop, and lock it for. So here we go. I'm just going to switch over and I'm going to show you my other screen. Hey! And here we go. Okay, guys. So my Beast Boost Masterclass is something I created because I know the freaking struggle that I go through and that most people go through when they're starting their coaching business. So I want to save you time, pain, and money. That's my purpose. That's my goal. That's really what I want. And that's why I put all the tools and resources that you need in one place so you can get everything from the ground up set up. And by the way, it's not like I'm going to give you all the lessons and then tell you, okay, well, for this, you have to invest that. No, not at all. Actually, I teach you how to do everything without having to invest a penny more. You could invest more if your budget suits it, but in reality, you don't have to. So instead of focusing on all of these things, marketing, programs, pricing, networking, discovery call, list building, clients, selling, niche, website, all these things, instead of focusing on that, you're probably focusing on, what do I do? What tips should I take? What steps should I do next? Like, how do I do this? Let's watch tutorials. Let's watch trainings. Like, where should I focus my time? And that's not something that's going to help you with momentum. That's not something that's going to help you setting your stuff up. So that is why I highly encourage you to join my masterclass, okay? We're going to talk about business clarity and confidence. We're going to do business setup. That's everything I talked to you about, business systems, setting up your calendar, setting up your site, setting up everything. We're going to talk about developing your programs and pricing them. Discovery call mastery. We're really, really going to help you conquer your discovery calls. Marketing and getting clients, because if you don't know how to market, it's going to be hard for you to get those clients. And last but not least, one of the things that most people struggle with, we're going to talk about selling yourself like a pro so you can get that anxiety off your chest. Now, what I want to talk to you about, my webinar peeps, my lovely people who joined the webinar, these are the bonuses I have. Besides the bonuses that I have for the program itself, for the program, I have a do-it-yourself website training. So if you don't have a website and you want to learn how to make your own website, you have a mini training that will take you step by step on how to start from scratch. Then online marketing and list building, I have Simona McNeil. She's an amazing marketing coach and list building coach. And she's going to teach you how to do these things because they're really, really important at the beginning. I also have a mindset, a super powerful mindset coach, Autumn Clifford. She's coming in and she's going to dive even deeper into confidence and having that warrior's mindset so you can really kick ass all day, every day. And she's also going to talk to you about and give you a mini training on being yourself in business. So you're not a copycat. So you're not doing what everyone else is doing. So you're different. So you're doing what your soul and your spirit really, truly wants. And my last bonus is bonus number 4. A coaching foundations intensive training. So if you don't have a coaching certification, but you still want to have a coaching business, I'm going to give you a solid foundation for you to become a great coach without having to invest thousands of dollars in an expensive training yet. Now, I still encourage you to later on down the road when you start making money from coaching to expand on this, but it's a really good foundation if you want to get going. Now, my exclusive webinar bonuses. This is where I am excited to talk to you about. So for 2 days and 22 hours, you can get this if you sign up for my Beast Boost Masterclass, and this is for any package. One-on-one Dominate Your Business coaching session. So before the program even starts, we're going to have an intensive 90-minute coaching session, and we're going to see where you're at. We're going to develop plans and strategies to help you get that business up and running over the next 6 weeks and help you get that momentum and the clarity and really dive deep into your specific needs as a business owner and as a coach. So this is incredibly valuable. I really am excited about this bonus. But I'm not as excited as my next bonus, which is my discovery session revision. I decided to incorporate this, even though it's a ton of work on my end, because I want to give the opportunity to, while you're in the program, go out there and have a discovery session, record it. And by the way, I'm going to have a training on how to record it and send it to me. But I want you to record your session and send it to me so I can revise it. And I'm going to create a super in-depth PDF of what you did right, what you did wrong, what could be improved, you know, what questions you could have asked, how it would have been different to guide the person here and the person there. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this. So these 2 bonuses are going down in 2 days and 22 hours. So enrollment is now open. You guys are the first people to hear about this program. And you've got 2 options. Option A, you can enroll just in the masterclass. You will still get the bonuses if you enroll in the masterclass. Or you can enroll in the masterclass and have me as your coach for 6-week one-on-one coaching. Now, I highly, if you can, encourage you to sign up for the second option. But if not, please go ahead and enroll for that first option, because you will still get that one-on-one 90-minute intention. And I know that it's really hard for new coaches to invest. And again, I want to bring up the point that that's why my programs are really affordable. And I even give you different options. So instead of doing the full payment, you can do 2 biweekly payments or 3 biweekly payments, depending on what option you choose. So now that you know about my Beast Boost Masterclass and what it gives you and what it provides, I'm actually going to go back to the chat just in case there's something going on there. Let's see. And if there are not any questions, then I will leave you off and I will send you guys the replay. And you can email me at any time if you have any questions about the course, or if you have any questions about anything else that we went over. So it seems like everything is good. And I hope to see you guys in the Beast Boost Masterclass. It's going to be amazing. You're going to get that coaching business up and running in 6 weeks. Like, how long have you been thinking about starting your coaching business? Just wondering, because for me, it was a really long time. So yeah, if that's you, if you've been thinking about it for a long freaking time, it's your time to shine. You've got this. You can do it. And I take you step by step on how to do this. I take you by the hand. I give you all the resources. And besides making that initial payment for the masterclass or for the masterclass and the one-on-one coaching, you don't have to invest a cent more if you don't want to, because you will have everything you need to get it off the ground. Does anyone have any questions? If I hop off and I'm not here to answer your question, please don't hesitate to email me. My email is info@starlandcoaching.com. Or yeah, if you have any comments, concerns, I love to talk to you and I love to know what you think about it. Are there any fears around investing in this program? Are there any fears around creating your coaching business? What's stopping you? What's blocking you? I'm super excited that you have attended today, and I'm really honored to have been able to share all these tips, tools, and techniques, and also these hard and hurt secrets that most coaches are not telling their clients, so they can actually create a fulfilling business that that will bring not just fulfillment financially, but also in their life. And just so you know, the enrollment is open now. The bonuses are up for 2 days and 22 hours, but the class itself starts November 1st. The class itself starts November 1st, so it gives you a long time to really prep for it and to have that initial conversation with me and to really get things going so you are fully ready when the class begins and it opens up. All right, I'm just making sure before I hop off that everything's good, that you guys got everything. And perfect. Perfect. So you can go, oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys where to go. You can go to starlandcoaching.com/BBM. Okay, I can't believe I forgot how, to tell you how to get there. If you want to check out the entire program and how it's broken down, please go to www.starlandcoaching.com/BBM, and that's B as in boy, B as in boy, M as in masterclass. And right there, you can check everything out. You can make your first payment, and after you make your first payment, a few days from there, you're gonna get all the details and all the resources and your login information and so on. That's so funny. I can't believe I forgot to tell you that. So beautiful. So now that you know how to get there, now that you know when it starts, now that you know all the amazing things that this masterclass is going to show you and take you through, and now that you know that there is a way to set up your coaching business without having to invest thousands of dollars on different programs, you've got this one program right here that teaches you absolutely everything from beginning to end. Then I'm going to head out and I'm going to leave you with a huge thank you, and I'm sending you so much love and so much motivation and inspiration for your business journey, because coaching is one of the most fulfilling things and the most rewarding careers that anyone can choose. It truly deeply is, and it makes me so brokenhearted to see how many people quit before they even begin because they don't have the right support, because they don't have the right direction, because they think that they need so much when in reality, you don't need much. You don't need much. With everything that I'm showing you here, that's all you need. That's really all you need, guys. And after that, it's all on you. Like, there are no limitations. After you've got this set up, you've got no limits. You can go as far as you want. So have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for attending, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.